After a failed attempt at trying to do this in FSX, I think we'll do it in Flight Sim World instead, rather than FSX. I don't think I have my rudder pedals and everything configured for FSX, so I thought I could just jump in, but obviously quite clearly wasn't a thing, was it? If you are watching this on YouTube, it is the return of Flight to the channel. I'll repeat myself for those of you watching live. Tomorrow in real life I am taking a flight from Liverpool to Belfast. So what I want to do in Flight Sim is fly from Liverpool to Belfast to see if I can do it. It could take about 50 minutes in real life. Probably can take slightly longer than that in a flight. So we'll click on create new flight. And then wait slightly. So aircraft wise, we have got the PA-28, haven't we? Which I quite like, but it had no... Is there one that's got a... Do we do the Diamond Star? Let's do the Diamond Star. So, okay, we want to fly from Liverpool. Oh, but hang on. And to, is it EG8AA? Aldergrove, there we go, Belfast. Afternoon, Sam. Right, so that's where we're flying, across there. What could possibly go wrong with that? Everything is the answer. Absolutely everything. It is flying time 1 hour 7 minutes. Start cold and dark on random start position. I think we want to be let's go to a gate. Right, are we ready, everybody? So yeah, if you're new to my videos, there will be a return to Flight Sim on the channel over the coming weeks. As I said a few minutes ago, I do want to do a round the world flight in a single prop aircraft. Around the world in 80 flights, I think, was the thing. See if we can take off from an airport near me in the UK and then fly around the world. See if we can do it in 80 flights. Some of them will be on stream, some of them will be on YouTube videos. That sounds like a lot of fun to me, and do it in the same aircraft. Any issues, stick it down in the Isle of Man. Good idea. Or just ditch it in the sea. So again, don't know if my Warthog is configured for this. It's been a while since I've played it. The rudder pedals may or may not work. This could be interesting. Hopefully it isn't as disastrous as it was a few minutes ago in Flight Sim. Yeah, I've got to plan a route. So closest airport to me is Cotswold Airport. I've got a spinning circle of doom there on the screen. Hopefully that's not terminal. It is still loading though. Right, okay, here we go. Start. Right, so we've got track AR. That appears to be working. I've got views I can change. I'm not sure if you ever incorporated live weather into this, but I think it's tad choppy over the Irish Sea. Yeah, thanks. So if I put avionics on, my little switch boxes do work. Fuel pumps on. I haven't got fuel on, have I? Which is there. Is that fuel? Okay, we have fuel. Parachute, check. I've got no idea how the GPS works in this thing. Does anybody know how to turn this flipping thing on? Otherwise I'm going to be going the wrong way. Okay. Is there an on button? Oh, there we go. Now that's the line I got to follow, isn't it? That one there. So as long as we follow that line, we should be okay, he says. Fuel pump's on. Probably turn the fuel pump off now, can't I? Panel lights on. Do I need strobes on? Taxi lights already on. Looking good. Right, okay, let's give it some beans. Make sure we've got rudder pedals working. We have, okay. Now, I'm probably not going to end up, because there isn't any ATC, I don't think, in this that I can use easily anyway. So I'm probably just going to YOLO it to the runway without driving into that truck. Okay, I'm just getting used to which way the rudder pedals work. Okay. I'm slightly concerned that my headphones are up there on the dash. That's a thing. Yeah, I'm not following the taxiways too cleverly, am I? I'm going to go that way. Ryanair taxi. Went to turn my steering wheel then. Got steering wheel in front of me. Went to hello? Excuse me? You appear to be coming towards a moving aircraft. That's not necessarily a good thing. I'll just get out your way. Right, so we'll taxi on down to the end of the runway, which is probably a good place to taxi to. If you're taxiing down a runway, taxi to the end. Traffic. Yeah, you'll see, Sam, how bad I am at flight sims. And how I miss this game as a flight sim. It's just, it looks really, really nice. Standard UK airport, yeah. Back off slightly. So we're all the way to the end. Although we don't need the whole runway, do we? We will go all the way to the end. So when I come trundling down here tomorrow, I'll be like, oh yeah, I was down here yesterday. Yeah, that was such a bad pun, Mike. Sam. I don't call you Mike. Is there an ATC on this thing? I thought there was. Oh, slightly skew. Right. So we've made it to the end of the runway. That's a plus, although slightly at an angle. Okay, so taxi lights can come off now. Landing lights off. Nav lights on. I think if you click the headphones, it opens a dialogue. The headphones are gone now. Outside tower. Cockpit. Engine controls. Is there a view? Yeah, air traffic controls blanked out. Which is a shame. Ah, there we go. First taxi, depart. We go straight out. No voices though. Oh, I'll do that. We just did that. Well, that's going well. Oh, hang on. Well, that's not pressing 5. That's pressing 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I can't hear what the... Come on. I can't hear what the ATC is doing. That's useful. Okay, well, someone's coming in on a touch and go, apparently. I'm just going to go. Clear for takeoff. There we go. Attempt the steering wheel again. That's too much driving games. Okay, perhaps I shouldn't have come out onto the runway at that sort of speed. And we're in the air. Right, so pretty much now I've got to follow a little line, which means going over that way. Yeah, it's all going to go downhill after this though. Well, yeah, we got off the ground. That's something. That's definitely a plus. Why can't I hear voices from the ATC? I always thought that was a thing. Shame the thing's got no landing gear because I want to flick my little landing gear button. Right, we've got to follow a little line here on the nav, which is going to take us straight away over the channel. Could be a setting. The sound's on. Yeah, this game does look, it is a shame they stopped developing this, because it does look good. Right, let's look at the nearest airport list. I don't know if our airport will be on there yet. Blackpool, Manchester, yeah. Don't really want to go to Blackpool. Although I'm going there as well next week. Modern tech and old. Between old heads. Oh, you. I thought you meant me. Does it me or does this thing sound like it's slowing down? We are turning. Yeah, real shame they stopped developing it because it does look quite nice. I like the aircraft. The aircraft are really, really well modelled, I think. Oh, hang on, we got cloud. Well, yeah, there's some scenery down there somewhere. Oh, there it is. It is there. Okay. Can unlock the window. Don't really want to be opening it at this altitude. The autopilot thing. Doesn't appear to be working. Oh no, I can set it. Okay. I don't want to set it on heading, do I? Hang on, no, the autopilot's taken over now. I can't see where I'm going, it's all cloudy. Yeah, the autopilot's come on. Well, I've turned the autopilot on. But again, not sure how it works. So probably safer I turn that off, really. No, we're going to be going VFR. When I see island, I'm going to find an airport and land, basically. So we should cross the Isle of Man first at some point. So this is the sort of aircraft, those of you that know anything about flight, this is the sort of aircraft I want to do the round the world flight in. It's got to have a GPS so I can see where I'm going, and I really want an autopilot so that I can just set the autopilot. And yeah, nice single prop plane. Or a twin. I don't mind a twin. A twin might be a bit, I was thinking sort of dash or something like that. I've got a twin otter that I bought for X-Plane that I pretty much can't fly, which is why things like this are quite simple for me. Yeah, it's what would be perfect. I need to work out how to fly it. But it hasn't got autopilot though, has it? How is it? I can't remember. So we're flying relatively straight and level. I haven't trimmed it at all because my other, I've got two boxes. I got the Cytec box with the engine start and the gears and all the lights and stuff on it. I've also got another one which has got pitch, trim, flaps and the autopilot on. I don't think that's connected because that would be activated now if it worked. So I'll have to try and work out, before I do the round the world flight thing, I'll have to try and get that one working as well. Wing it, oh god, winging it, very good. Yeah, that was bad on quite a few levels. Is that land? Can't be already, surely. I suppose the Isle of Man isn't that far out, is it? I've just noticed I could also follow the little line down here. Look, there's one there as well. So when it comes to it, landing at the airport could be interesting. Hopefully tomorrow we fly more than 130 knots. Yeah, it could be land. See, we haven't really left that land too far behind. I don't know why I've got the ATC window open, but I'll leave it open now. Got small corrections. Just we follow that course. And hopefully don't die. Anyone check this thing for fuel? Is there a fuel gauge in here somewhere? Anywhere? Hasn't got retractable landing gear, has it? No, it's fixed. Yeah, I much prefer flying these sort of things than I do jets. I'm no good with jets. Jets just far too complicated. If you have just joined, welcome. I'm taking this little, I don't know what it is, Diamond Star from Liverpool in the UK across the Irish Sea to Belfast. First time I've done flight for a long time, so a little bit cagey. And in good old Flight Sim World as well, which does look pretty epic. Yeah, I realise the description's wrong. It does say Cessna 172, but it's not. We tried to load up Flight Sim, and Flight Sim didn't like me, so we had to jump into the Diamond Star. So it's not a Cessna 172, but it is a little Diamond Star. Fuel's on the right CRT, left side halfway up. Oh yeah, fuel quantity. I got it. It's in there. There you go. So we're okay on fuel. Hopefully enough to last us anyway. But yeah, it is a real shame they stopped doing work on Flight Sim World, because these aircraft, they look really nice. They're so well modelled, and from my point of view, supporting Track IR is a plus. What's that down there? The boat? Could be a boat. And just the ease, it started off with Flight School, Dovetail Games Flight School, which I really liked, and then brought this out and absolutely loved it. So it is just a shame they stopped developing stuff for it. Yeah, I reckon that could be the Isle of Man up there. Fozzie is, so we have enough fuel. Yeah, he'd say no. He'd say stop and fill up. Oh, there we go. So what then? Rich the name, mission start. Oh, it's checklist. How do I get rid of that now? There we go. That's quite cool. Yeah, X-Plane I've never really got into. I said I've got it, I've got aircraft for it, but from going from FSX into this is easy. I like that it's easy. X-Plane to me initially just seems way more complicated. It's great because it's a sim, but I really do need, what I'm going to do is I will stream X-Plane maybe in a couple of weeks time, and have someone on hand to talk me through getting my twin otter off the ground. And I use that ATC plugin that you posted, Sam. And because what I like to be able to do, what I used to do with Flight Sim was, which is what I tried to do with this, is say I want to go from here to here, and I want to fly IFR, and I want to set, I want to fly at this altitude, and then have it tell me, take off, fly this heading, turn left to this heading, right now hand you over to this radio thing, a bit like FSX does, and then descend to this heading, turn left on this heading, can you see the runway, that sort of thing. That's what I want in X-Plane. And then have an aircraft with an autopilot that I can then just twiddle up and go, right, turn left, so put the new heading thing in and it turns, and then put the new altitude in and it will drop. So real life flying basically. I know you can get all the computer things that will do that automatically, which is how real life pilots fly, but I like the being able to just take off and set something, because that's what you do. Get on a plane with Fozzie, and right after it takes off, just say quietly to him, do you think they've got enough fuel? I can do that tomorrow, Larwood. I'll be sat next to Fozzie on the plane to Belfast tomorrow. So I'll do that. I'll make sure he's in the window seat so he can't get out. And just as we start, just at the end of the runway, just when they start accelerating, I go, I think they've got enough fuel to get us there. And then just watch him go white. I will do that. That's got to be a thing. Okay, so that could be the Isle of Man. Over there, look. It's not very big, is it, the Isle of Man? So we're getting there. There we go. If you are new, do please join the Discord server that we've got. A brilliant community for like-minded sim fans. Plenty of Euro Truck fans in there, some train sim fans in there, a few flight boffins in there. But yeah, do please join the Discord server. It's an awesome community. If you're really cruel, the best thing to do is say, what was that? Yeah. See what mood I'm in tomorrow. We'll see. So yeah, if you've just joined, we're taking this little Diamond Star. The description does say Cessna. It's not. It's a Diamond Star. Over the Irish Sea from Liverpool to Belfast. A journey that I'm doing in real life tomorrow. So I thought I'd fly it today and get myself back into flight as well. If we can make it to Belfast International, I will be quite happy. Not only today, but also tomorrow. But yeah, I do love this as a flight sim. It's just a real shame they stopped developing it. They're focusing on train sim world. But surely there's a bigger flight sim market than there is a train sim market. Flight is huge as far as simulation gamers are concerned. That's a bit cloudy. I'm looking forward to going to the flight sim show this year in October, because flight is something I do really want to get into more. So I've got my switch boxes, I've got the rudder pedals, I've got my Warthog throttle and stuff. Yeah, dovetail hard double-edged sword. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever progress up to jets. Just not sure. I do like little aircraft. I do like, maybe something a little bit quicker than this. Something doing a couple of hundred would be quite nice. How's the fuel? Fuel's okay. So yeah, I'm following that little line there on the nav, if you can see it. Maybe the competition is less in trains and planes being explained. It could be a competition thing. It could be there's too much out there competition wise for them in the aircraft market, yet there isn't any in the plane market. You know, a few people have tried to jump in on the ETS2 bandwagon. Is flight sim really more popular? Oh god, yeah. There's flight magazines you can get, or PC Pilot and stuff. More popular than train sims, certainly. A lot more money in it. And very relaxing, or it can be. And if you are new as well, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, where videos like this go up. In the next week there's some train sim going up on there, there's some Fernbus going up on there, there's some Euro truck going up, so plenty of content, as well as some Meeple station going up today, in fact. So check out the YouTube channel for at least 3 or 4 videos a week from me, and normally 3 or 4 streams a week for me as well over the weekend. Be back this evening as well for some Euro truck. That's a tough one, Larwood, I suppose. It probably is flight sim, but X-Plane is picking up a lot of ground. X-Plane is so good. P3D is the ultimate, I think, but X-Plane is giving it a run for your money. Yeah, I think a yoke is my next purchase. When I do eventually shift my PC room around and I've got room to set up a screen separately and a yoke, then that's what I'm going to do. And I can leave some rudder pedals, yoke and stuff. I do like the little Cytec, you know, throttle quadrant things. They're quite smart. And then sell my Warthog. Because I don't use all the buttons on the Warthog. It's designed for, you know, fighting stuff. Does it tell us how far we've got to go on here? Map. Well, I've got the one, Chaos. I've got the one that shows the autopilot, but I haven't got it plugged into USB handily. So it would have worked with this, but I'll have to find. I must have, when I shifted around last time, I plugged in the one that controls all the switches and stuff, but I never plugged in the autopilot one. So I really must do that. It's about all, because there's probably 4 or 5 in there, different ones you can get, the Cytec panels. I've only got room for a couple. I've got them situated under my left and right hand monitors. It's gone cloudy. Oh, I like the idea of that. You're going to make me spend money at the show again this year, Chaos. Yeah, that's got to be the Isle of Man in front of us then, hasn't it? That we're coming up to. No, you don't need to make me spend money, I suppose. You'll probably make me spend some at the bar, though, I should imagine. do like the way this thing's. That's quite sitting with the joystick in between your legs. Actually, I would, if I come back off this trip away with any money, then yeah, headphones are going to be a thing. Yeah, I've been really enjoying Train Sim World. Train Sim World or Train Sim? Because Train Sim World's been really good as well. Hi Noz, how are we doing? Slightly off course then. So we're approaching the Isle of Man now. Doesn't seem to work. Okay, we've got an issue with the air traffic. Air traffic controls broken. So if we do ever actually find the runway, which handily it will come up on there, we might be able to make a landing. Oh, there we go. Isle of Man Airport's closer. But we don't want to be landing there. We want to go all the way to Belfast. Eventually. If I can stay on course, that is. And flying slightly off course. I wonder what these things do. Why can't I press all of these? Oh, I can. God, that's dangerous. Don't let me... What's that? Oh, fuses. Oh God, I could pull out fuses. No one told me that. I could make us all die if I just pull out some random fuses. Transponder fuses. MFD. What the hell's an MFD? I don't know. Engine starter fuse. No, it's all good. We've gone cloudy. Cloudy has happened. Not Claudia. Claudia? Claudia. Cloudy. Okay, coming out of the cloud. Right, so there's the Isle of Man. We don't want to be turned that way. So being at the edge of yellow, does that mean you're at top speed? Yeah, I'm guessing so, because I got the throttles wide open. So 130 knots. And it's holding about 4,500 feet as well. Oh God, that was a bit bumpy. Hello, we've got some turbulence. Or we're being shot at. One of the two. I think it might be turbulence. So I'm not touching any of the controls. Yeah, that's definitely some turbulence going on. Okay, gotta go right slightly. So if all things go horribly wrong, we could ditch now at the Isle of Man. But we don't want to do that. Okay, have we got a seatbelt sign we can put on? It was only me and... Oh, no, look in the back. We can take 3 other victims with us. I mean passengers. So yeah, I took off without getting permission to take off. I'm flying along and basically just going to find the airport and land. When we eventually find it. If we eventually find it. That's definitely a bit bumpy. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, can we stop with the turbulence now? It's quite annoying. There were 4 casualties, including the pilot. Yeah, thanks very much. That's why you never want to get on a flight with a famous person, because if they're ever killed, if the plane ever goes down, it's you know, so and so was killed today, also killed. So yeah, if you see a famous person get on the plane, get off. It's Fozzie killed in a light aircraft crash over the Irish Sea. There's a plane down there. Just there, at 500 feet. Now, is that someone... See, I've thought, is that someone actually playing the game? Or is that just a bot? Well, hopefully, Chaos, no issues tomorrow. There's a P18 Super Cub. So you reckon that's actually a human player playing the game that is taking off from the Isle of Man? Or landing, I reckon. Yeah, landing at the Isle of Man. I thought you had to go into multiplayer to play this in multiplayer. That's interesting. Because that'd be quite cool if you were flying and then obviously busy airports, you'd be packed. So there's the airport down there, there's Isle of Man. Which is the orientation of the runways is on here, so that's what I'm going to have to use when I land. Yeah, but didn't you have to go into a separate multiplayer thing, Chaos, or did you just appear at the same airport at the same time? I thought it was a multiplayer menu. It wasn't just a case of you both arrived at the same airport. If that's the case, someone could be waiting at Belfast when I get there. Because you'd have to be a multiplayer thing, wouldn't it? Because otherwise it wouldn't know who you were. Yeah, you have to go into MP. Yeah, I thought it was. Is that still active? Is that still a thing? Because if it is, we'll have to do that. See, I could quite happily do my round the world flight in Flight Sim World, and have people join me along the way. Because you can't buy the game anymore, can you? Right, it's about to cross the Isle of Man then. And there's the airport down there. So the TT course goes around Douglas and stuff. Yeah, because you still buy the game, if there's still keys and stuff for it, that'd be pretty cool, because I could do my round the world flight in Flight Sim World and do it in multiplayer, so if anybody wanted to, they could just fly along with me. That'd be pretty cool. And then do some multiplayer flight. I could do some legs in single player, so I can put them out on YouTube rather than put just Twitch on YouTube all the time. And then I can do some legs in on a stream. So I want to get round the world in 80 flights. That's the idea. So only stopping 80 times. So some things like this, I could do a long trip on a stream. That's fine. But for a YouTube video, I would have probably just done like Liverpool to the Isle of Man. But then that's not going to get round the world in 80 flights doing that. So it's going to be quite strategic as to how I do it and which way round. Logically, it'd be from the UK probably down. Well, it'd have to be across Russia, I suppose, wouldn't it? And then, or down through China, then across to America. But Russia, you could then go across to Canada, across Canada rather than go across the States, and then Greenland and back down the UK again. So that would be the shortest way round, I'm guessing. Or the way round of being able to stop several times anyway. Well, 80 times. Okay, well there's Ireland. Over there. So we haven't got too far to go. The Isle of Man's still down there. So if you just joined, welcome. We're flying this little Diamond Star. It's not a Cessna as it says in the description. We started off in Flight Sim, but it died, so we jumped into Flight Sim World and flying the little Diamond Star from Liverpool across the Irish Sea to Belfast. We've just flown over the Isle of Man. I'm doing it in Flight Sim World. First time I've done flight in a long time. So we're following the nav here. So we're not flying IFR, we're flying VFR. Nearest airport list. Only got the Isle of Man listed so far. So a flight that I'm taking in real life tomorrow. Oh, over the sea we go. Yeah, it's a real shame they stopped developing this. It's so good. It runs really, really well. So we should have about half an hour left to go. Well, I can't see it taking that long personally, but you know, I've got to get to the airport and then get down on the ground. So it's not Belfast International isn't in Belfast, it's a bit further on, so we've got to actually fly to it. A little bit of a way to go yet. Can we get to the ground? Can we then get to some parking? That's the question. Yeah, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel for plenty of simulation content. This week coming up, there is some Train Sim World coming out tomorrow, carrying on with the West Somerset Railway. Wednesday, some Euro trucking, MP with its Fozzie, and then Friday some Fernbus. So plenty of content from me. I'm back streaming again then next Saturday, hopefully bringing some new Fernbus content next Saturday night. And then a few streams planned over the bank holiday weekend, one of which could be some flights again. So check out the YouTube, follow me on Twitch, and when it pops up soon, don't forget to check out the Discord server as well to interact with all the lunatics, I mean normal people in my Discord server. So we're at 5,000 feet, climbing slightly, still hovering around the 129 knots down here. There's the altitude, or 5,000, yeah. Doing okay, we can see land, that's a plus. So we are heading in the right direction, albeit slowly. Pause my track IR, have a drink. There we go. I wonder what the ranges of this. I wonder if I could do a really long flight, something like this. If I was going to do the round the world trip in Flight Sim World, I'll have to look at the aircraft. This would be perfect, albeit a little bit slow. I think you probably need a twin just to get a bit more speed. And then I'll have to get a map of the world and sort of pen the or do it on Google Maps, I suppose, and work out if it can be done in 80 flights. The longest I probably want is an hour or so. On a stream I could probably do a couple of hours. But for a YouTube video I wouldn't want more than about an hour. And then I'd probably put them up on the second YouTube channel as a standalone thing. Right, another airport's just appeared, look. So we are getting closer. Ours should appear soon, hopefully. So we'll get Belfast City appear before Belfast International. And then obviously realise we've got to come down in altitude. We're at 5,000 feet at the moment. And the runway isn't at 5,000 feet. Slightly off course, keeps wanting to pull to the left. But we're getting there. We found Ireland. That's a plus. We managed to take off from Liverpool over the Isle of Man and we found Ireland. Yeah, mainly following that line. We can't really go too far wrong, can we? The fact that Track IR works with this, and even my little switchbox things work, well, one of them would if I had it plugged in. It's really nice. I do love Track IR in games. It's the ability to just look around. Famous last words, yeah indeed, Chaos. Get ourselves back on course Slightly. Clouds appearing and disappearing up there. That's quite strange. Yeah, graphically, I think the planes look brilliant. Planes are really, really well done. The rest of it reminds me of just standard stock, you know, flight sim scenery. But this altitude is fine. Real world weather would have been quite nice. Like you can get in X-Plane and FSX and stuff. But I will have to play around with X-Plane. Yeah, Belfast City is now on the airports list. That's not the one we want. We want Belfast International. How are we doing on fuel? Doing okay. Probably used a third of a tank. So we should make it. Unless we go horribly wrong. So the stream this afternoon will just be this flight. And then we will end, and I'll be back again at 6:30 for a couple of hours of trucking. I'll turn again, get ourselves back on course. Probably a bit too much. Still got the Isle of Man airport listed. Waiting for Belfast International, which shouldn't be that far away from Belfast City. MP is OP. Okay, you're talking in code, Noz. Right, so Belfast's down here, I think, somewhere. MP is up. Oh, so it's working still, multiplayer. Okay. I don't know for how long though, how long they'll support multiplayer. So we've made it to the coast of Ireland. Up is up, yeah. Up is also up, Larwood. So be careful of that. Don't get too confused, will you? I'm already panicking about the landing. That's the thing. Right. So we've now got to wait for our airport to come onto the airport list. Not quite over land yet. We're getting closer. There's an end in sight. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take this thing. I wonder what sort of distance we could get. So that's probably about 3 hours flying time, I reckon, out of this. I don't think I want to do. I could probably do it on a stream. I wouldn't really want to do long legs like that. So if anybody watching has got the urge, and they're in the Discord community, what would be a good route to go around the world? Starting off at the Cotswold Airport here in the UK, because that's the closest airport to me. Aldergrove, there we go. We're on the list. Tune Tower. Request full stop landing. Enter traffic right, which I've got no idea what that means. Runway 7. Altimeter 29901. Acknowledge. Make right traffic, runway 7. There we go. So we got permission to land. This is where I keep going, request directions to the airport, because I lose track of where it is. So we should fly over Belfast City, or at least be able to see it. We may have gone past it. It might be down there somewhere. We're 30 miles away, so I should really start descending. Let me bring the throttle back a bit. And there we go. If you are new, there's another link to a Discord server. Start going to France, up across to Europe and Asia, then across to Med. Yeah, I thought Europe would be a good thing. I was thinking down France, so south of France, across the top of Italy, out towards China, so across the Middle East, out towards China, and then you'd have to go get across to America. That's the tricky bit, because you wouldn't really be want to do a long trip, so really need to be sort of back up through Russia, which you could probably do from Japan and China. I'll have to get a globe out. It's the bit between Russia, and you have to get up into Russia and then get across to Canada. That's via Russia to Siberia. Yeah, that could be a thing. Alright, request airport direction. I have to work out why I haven't got voices on. Request direction to the airport. Okay. $12 o'clock, 24 miles. Okay. So it's straight in front. So getting there, we're dropping in altitude slowly, 4,200 feet. We pick it back up a little tiny bit. Just so we don't come down too quickly. Yeah, I'll have to plan a route. It's the Russian bit. Yeah, I'm thinking obviously Cotswold down to I go down to the south coast, and then Jersey across to France, France, Italy, and then work back up? Or can you do Middle East? You go down to sort of Dubai and that sort of way. Yeah, again, that'd be quite nice. You do it in multiplayer in this. See if we can get a few people to sort of join for a leg. You know, the first leg I can do on the stream, and then perhaps do every other leg or something on a stream. So I can record one for a video and then do the next one on a stream. So stream it every other weekend or something. That could be a good bit of fun, I think. Get a few of us flying. I think there's Belfast City Airport over there, actually. Yeah, over there is Belfast City. Right, so we're coming down 3,900 feet now. Probably going to back off a little bit more on the throttle. Can we make it? Now, I will probably end up landing at the wrong end of the runway, because that's a thing. But to me, landing on the correct airport is a plus. So I may need to sort of read up on the basics of flight. I'll start buying PC Pilot magazine or something. Right, 3,700 feet. The airport apparently is in front of us somewhere. Waiting to see it on the GPS. It is plain crazy. Yeah, I'm going to be your pilot tomorrow, Gaz. Thank you very much for the cheer. Much appreciated, sir. Well, I managed to get to Ireland. Your airport's down there, though, where you're landing. Belfast City is over there. Which actually looks like it would have been quite a nice airport to land at. Okay, I'm slightly off target. That circle there, is that a no-fly zone or something? I'm guessing it's something like that. I reckon I can see our airport. I reckon it's there. As long as you land somewhere near, I think you're all good. Any landing you can walk away from and all that. Yeah, I think that's our runway. That's our airport. As long as you land at all, that'll be fine. Yeah, I don't think the passengers would be saying that, though, will they? Right, I don't know what orientation the runway is at, though. I'm guessing... 07, so I'm guessing I've got to turn going down a bit too fast. Although is that actually our runway? Let me request a direction again. "10 o'clock, 9 miles. Yeah, that's our runway. So there's one going in this way and one going the other way. I'm going to come in on the one going the other way, which will probably be completely the wrong. Is there 2 runways? There's only one runway. I can see the end of one. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a second runway. This could be interesting then. The GPS thing says there is. The GPS says there's one going that way and one going that way. That's the motorway. 3,100. No, that is a runway. It shouldn't be, no, it's 3,000 feet up. Is that a runway? Is that somewhere I can actually land this thing? Yeah, we're all good. Right, so that's where we want to be, is over there. Now, we've got to get there, get down, and stop. He's trying to land it on the roof of a swimming pool. I'm now concerned. There's no ejector seat. Concerned that I'm either not coming in. I think I've left it a bit too late to turn. No, it might be alright. I think we're going to be good. Now the puppy lights are going to tell me whether I'm obviously too high, too low, etc. But we're not going to take any notice of those. And there's also a plane coming in or taking off. Hopefully taking off. Sure what these puppy lights mean. I've forgotten. Oh, the game freezes. No, don't die now, game. No. You're having a laugh, aren't you? The game's frozen. And it crashed. You scumbag game. The game crashed. And I'm betting it doesn't save, does it? Why? After all of that? The game crashed and I didn't. Dagnabbit. I hope the real flight fares a little better. Yeah, rip indeed. There's no... I think I know why I've got the voice audio coming out. It's coming out the wrong thing. I bet if I'd have had Discord up, it would have worked. So it hasn't saved it anywhere, has it? But there's no way we've been able to load. Load. Damn it, it hasn't got an auto save feature, has it? Oh no! So close. So close. Okay, well while we're here then, what we could do is let me squeeze that up, see if that actually works. Let's have a look at some of the other planes we've got here then. Let's start there. So we've got a Diamond Star, which is one we were in. There's a Twin Star, which I've never keen up. We've got the Seneca. We've got the Piper, which is one which was a DLC. So the Seneca does 166 knots. Piper 100. What is that? 122. So it could be the Seneca then. Let's turn all the switches back off. At least let's go to Belfast International, albeit a different plane. I can't believe the game, right as we're coming into land. GG game. Have a quick look at this then, and then we'll end the stream. If this loads. I can't believe that. I was really enjoying that as well. Oh, blimey, this looks a bit fancy. Okay. So battery on, avionics on, fuel pump on. I haven't got fuel on, have I? Okay. Fuel on. Oh, we got landing gear. I've got three. Oh, my little display thing on the right hand side of me, the SideTech control panel. I've got the 3 landing gear lights lit up now. That is so cool. I've got to take off just so I can raise the landing gear. Right, so if I bring up the ATC again, it was that one. I wonder if I now get the voice. No. Why isn't that a thing? It's set to the wrong. Okay, let's just let me. I'm all confused. Well, at least we made it to Belfast International. Oh god, we got rogue trucks again. Oh, that's a bit quick. Chaos did say yoke earlier. Okay. Right. Do you reckon I can take off in that? Let's see how good this thing is, shall we? Can it take off in this amount of distance? $60. Yes, it can. Oh, no, it can't. Yes, it can. Just. Okay, there might be a bit of a tree trimming. Right, gear up. Oh, I've got a view in the back. This is what Gaz is flying in tomorrow to make this small. It's definitely putting around to the right a lot. Right, where's the airport? Back there. Right, I'm determined I'm going to land at Belfast International. So we're going to try and hook this thing around. June Tower, request full stop landing, yes. All the switches up there. All like that. Well, this could be a good plane to go around the world in. I haven't turned the nav on, obviously. Right, where's the... There it is. Okay. I'm determined to... Let's put the landing gear down. Right, I'm determined to land something at Belfast International, so at least we can claim we did it. Albeit a different plane. What's that thing on the thing? Is that can I get a heads-up display thing in this? Oh my god. Yeah, it might not be slightly lined up with the runway. Come on, down. No, don't flare it. Down. Down. Well, that was smooth. Oh, I thought it was frozen again then. How do I get off the flipping runway now? Down there. It wasn't a bad landing. Well, we made it. We got down on the ground. That's the key thing. Oop. Dip, 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 dip. Sure we can park up, mind you. Round there, I'm guessing. A little bit speedy parking. Yeah, I quite like this plane. I think this would be quite good to fly around the world. With a twin, so you got a bit more range, a bit more speed. As long as there's a GPS, I'm guessing there is. Okay, so let's turn the engines off. Yeah, ignore ATC, they don't care. How do you get out of this thing? There we go. So I call that a win. We ended up at Belfast International, albeit in a slightly different plane. Yeah, we will have to look and see what plane we can use to fly around the world. And as long as the game don't crash, yeah, we're going to get that in every game, I suppose. You're going to get some sort of issues. Yeah, it's not too bad. So there we go. I will end that there pretty much with the same sort of view that we started. Shame that the game crashed just as we were coming into Belfast. But taking off and landing again, I call that a win. We actually landed at Belfast International and we took off from Liverpool, which is something that hopefully happens tomorrow with me. Going to end that there. Thanks to all of you that have watched. I'll be back at 6:30, so 2.5 hours time for some Euro Truck, and then be streaming again next Saturday. So thanks for that. Really enjoyed that. Good to get back into flight, and catch you all in a couple of hours.